Begin transmission.
This program is intended for mature audiences. Parental discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Can you hear me fine? Give me a 5x5 if you can. Looking over the chat, let's see who all's here. Excuse me, still trying to get over this cold. Ted Darkclaw's here, but he said he wasn't going to make it, but he lied. Largo's Lair, of course, is here. Sir Clifton, good to see you, sir. And yes, I love to listen to Art Bell, my man. Love to listen to Art Bell. Coming on down the line, World Made of Cardboard can't make it. He's going to go out with the family. The Melvor is here. What's up, Melvor? Good to see you. Coming on down the line, Boba Hicks is here. What's going on, Boba Hicks? Good to see you there, sir. Bjorn Jorgensen, Shamballocks, my friend. And let's see, Jordell Fresh Breeze, good to see you. No Way Farms, good to see you. All right, I think I got everything caught up. World Made of Cardboard said, hey, they got Eternals figures here still. All right, man. And Sir Clifton says, we can hear you fine. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. What's going on there, Largo?
Oh, just another fun-filled week. Actually, it's been surprising week. I got a lot of mail this week. Normally, I get the slow boat when it comes to mail, but
right.
Stuff has been coming fast and furious. I guess things have been kind of piling up or something.
Yeah, well, I got a bunch of mail, this past week. I did a special, the midweek special, and we got to see a little bit of that, a little teaser of what's going to go on tomorrow night and Sunday. I want to make a quick shout out. I'm sure on the small screen you won't be able to see it, but I'm going to show it anyway. I got some shout outs here. Patreons, good to have you guys. I'm glad you're supporting me. I want to make a special shout out to Sir Clifton and Gojatron, my two newest Patreons here today. So we appreciate you guys. You guys really do help. And don't worry, Patreons. I'm working on something for you guys. I'm going to try to make a special video just for you guys. Problem is I work all the damn time, and it's really hard to keep up with everything and get enough rest at night and all that. And Largo can tell you I got to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to go to work tomorrow and come home, try to produce tomorrow night's show and get that going and get on the air and stay up half the damn night doing that show. Cheers, guys. Love y'all.
Just remember what Grandpappy used to say. If you work your fingers to the bone, you get bony fingers.
Yeah. Well, I wish I had bony fingers. Actually, my fingers have gotten a little smaller here as I've started working really hard with my hands. So, see, what's Bjorn saying here? Both of your guys' superheroes figures are on the way. Yeah, Bjorn, I got your message, man, and I saw that. Hey, there's Wilhelm Toy and Hobby. Good to see you there, Will. Good to see you. I'm a wild man. Yeah, I guess I am. Some people have said so.
Fueled by nicotine and caffeine.
That's about it. Those are my two vices. That's my two vices. Keeping up with the comments here. Yeah, everybody's here. So, what have you guys been doing this week? My week has been craptacular, but I'm kind of glad to be off today. I wish I didn't have to work tomorrow, but hey, it is what it is. So there we go.
Are y'all getting caught up at work? I know you were a little behind there because of a machine being down.
Yeah, we had our brazier was being basically rebuilt. They got that finished. We got back started working. We worked hard last week and this week. Worked last weekend and going to work again this weekend. The shelf is full of freshly made parts, ready to go out, ready to be inspected to go to the to the customers rather. The problem is that the inspectors can't keep up with us, so the shit's piling up on the shelf right now. Uh, but I think that that's exactly what our production supervisor wants. He wants to have a good backlog of parts. And Bjorn says work has been tiring lately. Well, welcome to work to being a working man. It's always tiring. There's I don't know if you I don't know if you guys get these stupid ads on YouTube that happen before certain videos. It always seems to be the same old ad over and over again. And I usually try to skip them if I can. But there's one of them where somebody asks this guy, says, "What do you want?" And he looks up and he goes, uh, "I want a job that I enjoy going to." And I say, "Good luck with that." As I skip the ad. Have you seen that one?
I have not. I paid not to watch the ads. It's after
Yeah.
a couple of years of doing that, I finally got aggravated and said, I'll just
Yeah.
try the premium.
Right. Well, I'm a cheapskate still. I mean, and I've got to watch my money. I'm starting to get caught up. I got myself good and far behind over Christmas, buying all this stuff as y'all saw on Tuesday. All of this stuff adds up after a while, and I finally got one card paid off. Now I got to work on the other card, and then I'll kind of be out of debt again, and maybe I can get some money built up.
Well, like No Way Farms is saying here, if you find something you like to do, you don't really have to work because it's not work.
Actually, no way. That's really not a bad thing.
No.
And I'm glad that you enjoy your job. I'm sure that working with the little pigs is fun or can be. Sir Clifton says this week has never been dull. Next week, however, is really exciting. Have some cool things coming in. I'm not sure on the new Evil Lynn. Still on the fence with that one. Yeah, the goddess Evil Lynn. I don't know. That
Hmm.
not my cup of tea. And I think somebody commented that her hair or her headdress and hair looks like somebody took a piece of cake and just smashed it on top of the head.
Well, I haven't seen it in person, but it's an interesting sculpt.
Yeah. Hey, Will, what's going on, my brother?
Hey, well,
What's happening, guys?
What
How
you
are you?
been?
it's Friday. Well, is it Friday for you? Are you working tomorrow too?
Yeah, I gotta work tomorrow, so
That's
not the end of the week for me.
nor
Yeah.
I.
So neither one of you guys have got your weekend free. You got your Super Bowl Sunday free though, don't you?
I do, and it's just a regular Sunday for me. But I hope
Sir
everyone else
Clifton
has a
agreed.
super time.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know what they say about a woman with big
Yeah.
feet, don't you? She needs big shoes.
Oh, here we go. Yeah. What? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Bova Hicks
She
is
got the
asking for
phone.
the update there, Will.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's me or
Here
you
we go.
guys.
Will.
Everyone's frozen up.
It's me.
I'm not
It's
sure.
me. My internet's a ass today.
Oh, oh, you mean that? I am printing something.
Excellent.
I could show you what it might look like when I'm done. So was it yesterday on my lunch break? I found something pretty cool.
Let's blow you up here and see what you got. Ooh. I
That's a
saw your
badass.
post about that. That's an old Tonka truck, isn't it?
That is. It's from I think '86, I believe. So
Okay.
yeah, this thing. I walked into my Goodwill as I was getting lunch, and they never have anything. If you saw the picture I posted, I never find
So
anything good there. But this day, I found something pretty good, and it was only $3.
nice.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what. I looked on eBay. They go for a lot more. This one's been out in the yard. It's been beat up, and it's missing some parts, which is just fine for someone like me because, um, yeah, for $3, I've admired this line for a long time,
Oh
and
yeah,
the
those were kind of
prices on them.
popular when the
Yeah,
Road
they're
Warrior and Mad Max
yeah, it was
were out
called like
because.
Steel Monsters, and
Mhm.
I think Tonka put this out. They had 3 3/4 inch figures that went with it, and they were very, very reminiscent of the Road Warrior figures. Even I think there's one guy. His name is Metal Face. So two cool things. One was
So
I
there
found
were
the
figures with this, Will.
yeah, I found
Mhm.
the figure that goes to this one for only $10 on eBay, which is great. So I ordered him. He'll be in on Monday. There's a
Cool.
gun that's supposed to go right there, which I found an STL. Well, I made an STL of, but my measurements were off. So as you can see, the gun's a little tiny. So I'm reprinting it at 130% scale to see if I got the size right this time. And
Well,
it,
that's the magic of having a 3D printer. You can whip those things up. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. So hopefully, it's got some surface rust and stuff on it, but based on the type of toy it is, I think I'm just gonna clean it, deal with some of the rust, and replace those parts. There's also, let me see if I can't share my. I don't think I could share.
You can share a screen. I'll just have to put it up for you, or Largo will.
Oh yeah, I
Mhm.
could share because this is something else I've been working on. Just while I was waiting, for like this. Actually, I'm getting pretty good at this. This only took me about a half an hour. So let me show you. Um, as you can see, also the roll cage there. Let's put it up. I'll pull it up here. Can you see that?
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So
Oh
the roll
yeah.
cage is broken on it too. So I just took some measurements and I just whipped this up here in Tinkercad. Like I said, it only took about a half an hour. Not
Uh,
bad.
how long is it
And
going
I'm
to take
gonna
to print?
just 2 hours, and then
Not bad.
I'll take the broken one out, and I will. And if you want to see, I think I got my boop, boop, boop. And the gun only took. Where's this one? Well, yeah. There's the little pieces of the gun. That's what it's gonna look like when it's done.
Okay.
This will just go. Whoop, come on. It's web based, so it's taking a while to kick in. But yeah,
Right,
basically.
right.
Anyway, it only took about an hour to do this too. So not bad, not bad.
Yeah, that
Cool.
was one disappointment when I was younger, watching all those Mel Gibson Road Warrior films. I really wanted to have some vehicles from that, but they didn't
Yeah,
really make them.
they could have
Well,
made a killing on
was
those.
was was the Road Warrior PG or R?
I
The
believe they
original
were
one was
already.
R. I
Yeah,
think the
and
later ones were
at
PG.
the time, toy companies were reluctant to make toys for R-rated pictures, right?
Well,
Yeah,
they made the
I
one
mean
for Aliens and Predator, and those were R.
they
And that
did
was kind of the
Rambo.
same.
Wasn't Rambo
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, they
R-rated?
did, but if you remember back in the day, they were made that alien figure, the big one, and it didn't
Yeah,
last very long because there was a lot of outcry about that, and they yanked it off the market, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. I think that
But
was
then,
what,
and then
1979.
yeah, and then there was that big blow up at Toys R Us that time about the Freddy Krueger little doll or whatever that they had in there, and parents had a shit fit, and they yanked it off the market. I mean, today's market is a lot different. Even the '90s market was a lot different than it was back in those days.
yeah,
Yeah, those are the same parents that let their kids have Ouija boards, though. So go
Yeah,
figure.
well, yeah.
yeah. So, oh,
Hey,
the gun is
Gojatron's
done.
in the house.
I
Well,
just finished printing.
you missed your shout out at the beginning of the show, but I'll shout you out again at the end because I've recut the end cap there, Largo. That's probably what was taking me so long this afternoon. Can you
Oh,
40
okay.
print some gasoline for it? You'll
That'd be
find
nice.
out. Mad Max, the original car with a huge supercharger, would have been a great toy car. I agree. I
Oh,
agree.
I think
Now,
there is some in the making of
Thunderdome was
lightweight
PG.
scale,
Well, of course it
but
was,
it's
because they were
really
trying to.
expensive. It's one of those like really highly detailed models, and
yeah, there's
and we're
one of
talking
the
hundreds of dollars.
there's one of the die-cast companies that makes like a 1/24th scale of the Interceptor, and it's
Yeah,
pretty nice. It's not that expensive. You can still get that one at a reasonable price, but it doesn't come with Max or his
yeah,
dog, so you know.
that's what I
Yeah,
want.
yeah.
I want to be able to
Of
put
course,
a
if you had a 3D printer and you could, rustle up a file, you could probably print some figurines to go with the car. I mean, you know, if you knew somebody who knew how to 3D printer.
All right, so that one just finished. Let's see how I did on this one. If I upped it by,
Oh, I
there
hear
we go.
Wardo.
Here's the original,
Oh
and
yeah,
I could pull up a picture of what the gun's supposed to look like on eBay. Hey,
there's our
there we
guy.
go. Anyway, that's a lot better. Let's take a look. I gotta obviously. Oh, okay.
Make you up. Let me blow you up big here so we can take a look. There it
Okay, so
is.
yep, that looks a
Yeah.
lot more like the original. And like I said, you see it's a little dirty. Like this side looks pretty good, but this side, the wheel caps there are all rusted. So it's definitely outside. But once I get the driver and the roll cage set
Yeah,
up,
just
I'm gonna
adds to
give
the
it a
charm.
quick.
It's supposed to be
Well,
kind of
yeah,
beat
yeah.
up.
The rust makes it look like it's been driven in the crap, like
Hmm.
That's
back.
it.
Yeah, and that's all that it came with. I saw ones on eBay that were like not
Long as you're not
quite as
watching,
bad as
Ted,
this one.
everything's cool, man. Long as you're not watching, man. If you're
Well,
driving,
since
don't be watching us.
yeah, since Ted can't see, I'll give him the play by play on my display shelf. I have a very interesting pair of gargoyles sitting here, Bronx and Goliath that showed up today.
Nice,
I
nice.
I was not expecting these to come so quickly, so I don't know if he or his partner, the Black Knight, put some mojo on that package or what, but it actually
Ooh,
got here really
awesome.
fast.
Wow.
So I haven't opened them yet. But it has one of those peekaboo boxes where you can kind of look inside, and um, they look really nice. Great sculpts. I don't know if you guys know much about this cartoon of the gargoyles.
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
I didn't watch it when it first came out, but as an adult, I've caught some of the episodes, and I kind of like the story, and I
Yeah.
really like the character designs. I mean, they're just this is his what's his name, Bronx, the kind of like his the guard dog of the main character
Hmm.
Goliath, and
Yeah,
beautiful
those are
sculpt. The
fantastic.
colors are
Yeah.
good, and I'm looking forward to playing with these. So as soon as I get that Boglins review up and done, I'll jump on these. One thing about Hella Dope Toys, they've kind of introduced me to some other toy lines that I don't normally collect, and I'm kind of branching out and experiment with some different stuff. So it's cool.
Yeah. Um, that reminds me. Something I was going to ask the live chat, since the live chat's kind of being spotlighted tonight. Live chat. Those of you who collect toys, I know some of you just like to come and listen to us pat our own about our toys, but those of you who collect toys, which online toy store is your go-to online toy store? Is it Entertainment Earth, Big Bad Toy Store, Nerdzoic, uh, Hella Dope, or any myriads of other toy stores? What's your go-to toy store?
It's a
See,
good question.
see what the chat has to say. What about you, Largo? What's your go-to toy store, or do you just shop around all the time?
Well, I've got two main ones I have been using pretty religiously. I use Big Bad Toy Store, and I use Hobby Link Japan for getting import stuff that is
Okay,
hard to find.
is
But
that stuff's expensive though, isn't it?
It is, and I'm not buying as much of that kind of stuff as I used to. So recently, I've been giving more love to some of the smaller mom and pop shops like Hella Dope and
Uh-huh.
Big Nerdy.
Third
So
Zoic.
yes, he runs some good deals. The guys do real great on shipping, and so when you can, when you can, you get, there's some reputable guys out there that aren't the big box stores. I'd
Uh-huh.
highly recommend giving them some preferential treatment when it comes to making your orders.
I've shopped at both Big Bad and Entertainment Earth, and I'm more partial to Big Bad than Entertainment. Excuse me, Earth. And I have shopped at some of the smaller shops too, and they have their place because they have stuff that you
Hmm.
can't find anywhere else, probably at better prices. Now, Sir Clifton brings up a good point here. Deep discount is now. I'm not too familiar with that. I've heard of it. I know that a lot of the new stuff that they're coming out with in Motu Origins has been posted up there at a discount, as if these people think that they're going to get it and carry it. So I'm hoping that that's true. Okay.
Right. My only concern with deep discount is sometimes they'll post something a little too quickly and then they take it down because either they weren't supposed to post it or they don't have it confirmed yet or something like
Well,
that.
I
So it
know.
always makes me a
I
little
think they
leery.
did that. They did that with the Snake Mountain. They had it posted when they shouldn't have. And I
Yeah,
think they had to take. Did they take that down? I think they did, didn't they?
they did. They took it. They took it down pretty quickly. So, but
And
other than that,
Jordell says Amazon and eBay UK, and I think
mhm.
Bobby Hicks said eBay as well. So yeah, Evil Bay is kind of my place to go to get stuff that I just can't get anywhere else. As a matter of fact, I don't know if you guys knew this or not, but I've been prattling about it for a while, just kind of dropping hints. But I've been wanting to get that in the Fisher Price Adventure people. They had a set called the Deep Sea Diver set,
Oh,
and, and
yeah.
in that and in that set there was a small treasure chest, like a
Mhm.
pirate's chest. And it actually, you could open it up and you look in there and you could see molded
Yeah.
in the bottom with some gold. And I've been wanting to put that in Castle Grayskull beside the throne. Well, I found one on Evil Bay for $4 plus $4 shipping. I thought that was reasonable, so I bought it.
Yeah.
That's the kind of stuff I want to get off of eBay. What I really hate about eBay is the prevalence of asshole scalpers. I mean, when that goddess Evil Lyn came was being before it even actually dropped, there were people on there offering 10 to 12 of those, uh, you know, uh, at a ridiculous price. So how if you're limited to three, how's this son of a bitch saying that he can have more than 10 available? Well, that's because he's
Hmm.
got 4 or 5 accounts and he's buying 3 on each account, probably running a bot to do it. So that's the kind of crap that and shouldn't there be a rule on eBay that if you don't have the item in hand that you can't even post a listing for it?
I really think so. I mean, that doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense that you're selling. Yeah.
There.
Well,
Yeah.
because especially
There's.
I heard with like the time thing too. Like sometimes if you buy something and then you wait 6 months to get it, you lose your ability to kind of dispute it if there is a problem with it because the purchase is considered 6 months old or a year old, and even though
Well,
yeah, it wasn't,
yeah,
you know what I mean. You're getting the
you
product a year later.
you can't you can't get your money back from them.
Hmm.
Am I back?
Yes, sir. You winked
Yes.
Yeah,
out there for a minute, just in time to
yeah,
let
and
the
I'm
blue
going to.
Sasquatch
That's why
know.
Yeah, unfortunately, he didn't get here in time again, but it's okay, Blue. We'll catch you next
Uh,
time. What was I bitching about? I was bitching about something just
you're bitching
now.
about people scalpers on eBay and
Yep.
how they'll
Yeah,
charge you for something that they don't even have in hand.
how in the hell can you post a listing on eBay saying that you're going to sell me, say, for instance, a couple of years ago, Mysteries of Grayskull set was supposed to come out at PowerCon,
Hmm.
and they hadn't even done the second offering for it on Mattel Creations or whatever. It was only going to be available at PowerCon, and the people from PowerCon hadn't even got their sets yet because it was on a slow boat from China that was caught up in the bottleneck in the harbor in front of San Francisco, right? So these assholes on eBay were saying, "Oh yeah, you can buy a set from me for $500 to $900 and blah blah blah," and they didn't even have their sets either. And so you have to wait half a year to get it, and if the guy doesn't even send it to you, then there's no way for you to put in, you know, a
Sure.
request to get your money back because the time's expired.
Right. I highly
Yeah.
recommend to people to avoid that kind of shenanigans. It's just
Yeah,
not
don't
worth it.
do that.
There's
Do
better
not do
ways.
that. Don't
I
fall
mean,
for it.
sure, the best thing to do is like what we do: make yourself a good old boy network of other toy collectors, and just put the word out, and just let everybody know
Yeah.
what you're looking for. Somebody,
Speaking of
when
which,
you're,
here's a horrible eBay story. So, for a project I have coming up that I want to do, I wanted to acquire Web Store,
hmm,
specifically his backpack. Actually, I don't even need the figure, but since they just released that one last year or maybe the year before, I figured it'd be easy to find. I checked all of the big toy stores; they're all sold out. I found like one guy on eBay who's got like 18 of them, but he's selling each one for like 50 or 60 bucks. And I was like,
ouch.
this guy like bought up all the remaining stock across the United States and just cornered the market on web stores. I don't know. It was just so I'm just not going to go with it. I'm just going to use reference photos and things like that. But yeah,
Well,
just
we might check with some
that's
of our friends across the pond because it seems like in the UK they got a lot of those that didn't make it into the continental US for some reason. So
oh yeah, possibly.
somebody in our circle of friends will probably let you know if they
Yeah,
have one
but it's not
available.
something I need for a collection. It was just kind of I wanted to you know do a project based on it. So that's why,
Okay.
when I saw that, I was like, screw these guys. Hey, Blue Harvest Toys, how are you?
What's going on, Blue Harvest? Yeah. Now somebody brought up Eduardo scalping eggs on eBay. Uh,
Is that what he's been doing?
Oh yeah, he's making a killing at it too.
Oh,
well, the reason the egg prices are going up so high, and the reason chicken's probably going to go up if it hasn't already. Supposedly, there's some kind of bird flu going around, and if your
Hmm.
chicken flock has more than two chickens in it with it, you've got to kill all the chickens in the flock.
oh,
Hmm. Yeah, I hadn't heard about that.
I did
Yeah,
not know that.
that somebody was talking about that at work. I don't watch the news anymore because it pisses me off. So I quit watching it. So I'm totally clueless. I figure ignorance is bliss.
Well, some days, yeah, I'd say so. It's kind of like that whole thing, like the tree in the forest. If a newscaster isn't being listened to, does he still wear his toupee?
Well, oh, that makes me want to get that damn stream so I can find that.
Well, Will, other than your Tonka truck, have you've had any good pickups lately?
So
Pun
I got
intended.
I got two packages in, and they came in last night, but I don't want to open them. Um, one, I think they're both gifts. So I was gonna wait and see if I could get together. One is from Rolo, so I wanted him to be around when I open it up, and the other one was a gift from Phil over at
Treasures for Trigger.
Treasures for Trigger. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
he did a really nice thing during the World Cup, and
Hmm.
it was just for fun kind of tournament, and he assigned anyone who was there that day a team.
Oh
And Mike
right,
Will
right.
came in second in the World Cup, and he's a big fan. I don't really follow it, but I'll tell you, once my name was assigned to a team, I was following them, and yeah, my team came in second. And then he went shopping. Do you remember seeing that shopping trip he did?
Yeah.
Yeah, that he was buying the prizes for me and Kelly Slaughter daughter. She's the
Oh,
winner.
cool.
She won. I came in second place, and I'm sure coming from Japan, it
Well,
took a long
she
time. So
she is the daughter of the Sarge, so she's kind of
uh,
a winner just on that account. So
yes. So
Absolutely.
I wanted to. I know his time zone's a lot different than ours too. So sometime this weekend, I want to get on stream and open up that box and
okay,
see what's inside and thank him because yeah, he's just a terrific guy and yeah, I'd like to do that. But yeah, I've got some other stuff going on. But yeah, well, Jim, you know the situation, just with work and
indeed.
everything. I really haven't been able to do anything. And inspiration just struck me with this thing when I found this toy that I did not expect to find. Um, yeah, sometimes you got to just do something, despite uh, everything going on around you, just to feel good about, some kind of accomplishment, right?
That's true. I mean, there are
So,
days when
so
you got a lot of stress, or you're just
yeah.
feeling the blahs. Going out and finding even if it's just a little drugstore toy that's just
And
some
yeah, I
novelty,
looked at
can be
the
kind of fun.
prices for the figures on those that line, which I would love them all, but they're just too
Hmm.
expensive. So if I could find broken ones and repair them, I'd be just as happy with those. But like just a
Well, I
replacement
would
gun for that
recommend,
was $79. So I was
yeah,
like, hell
every
no,
once in
I'll
a
provide
while,
my own.
yeah, every once in a
Last
while,
night,
Reclaimers Vintage Toys will have some of those, and so
yeah,
just keep an
they
eye
have
out
some
on
good
his
parts.
site, and
I've
he's usually
seen
got reasonable
online.
prices.
Have you guys ever gotten a good Goodwill score? Because I've seen online people going into a Goodwill and they have just a miscellaneous bag of action figures for $1 or two, and they'll look inside. There'll be an '80s GI Joe or an old He-Man figure or something like that. They don't do figures at any of the Goodwills near me. There's several. They'll have big vehicles. I've been able to find some. I think we were talking about Brooder last week. I found one or two
Hmm.
Brooder pickup trucks, which were like $40, $50, and they'll have them for $1.99. Sometimes I'll find 118 diecast that's missing parts, but I'll just buy it for a couple bucks. They always have the big Imaginext playsets too, and I
Hmm.
was able to get the old Fisher Price. Do you remember the big Fisher Price dollhouse? It was like a plastic one, and it folds out. It's like I mean, it's big. It's like 36 inches tall. But I've seen a lot of people repainting that, and making like a
Yeah,
1/18
my
scale.
daughter had one of those. My daughter had one
Yeah.
of those, and I was going to do the same thing with it until she came and reclaimed it.
Well, I found one of those for like $5. So they're usually bigger, bulkier things. So, like I said, when I walk in there, because it's right next to the supermarket, my hopes are not usually high. That's why I took a
Hmm.
picture of that shelf because you saw it. It's just like two shelves. For the last year, it's been mostly puzzles and old board games, but nothing good. I look through it sometimes looking for some good board games, but never find anything great, and I was just stunned because I mean, this thing's from '86. It's almost what would that make it? What is it? 20?
Old.
Almost, yeah, real old. It's almost really old. It's like 40 years old. I mean, it's great.
For that age, it's in good
Savers.
shape.
Yeah, yeah. Goodwill. Coach Trent says there's a store named Savers. Do any of you guys have experience with that type of store? I've heard of it online, and I've
Hmm.
seen people doing that,
We
but
have something similar, I guess. It's called Big Lots.
no, Big Lots is nothing like that. It's Savers is like a Goodwill, right? They're like a thrift store, but they have
Hmm.
like some box stuff. Big Lots is like just a furniture store now. They hardly have any like lots anymore. They're
Right.
just
Yeah. They've
it's
kind of
like
Hey,
gone
hey
more with
guys,
big. Hmm.
we have some breaking news here. I need to play this real quick. Hang on just a second. We have someone that's out in the country right now at a farm, and he's got some news for us. Hang on.
What really happened on that Thursday here at Augusta High School that led to Chris Wood's death? The fuck is that? Shit!
I'm dying in this fucking country ass fucked up town. Shit flying in my mouth. The fuck, I can't see pollen. Let's get the fuck out of this country, motherfucker. I can't even see me.
Okay.
Were they
That go out
live?
live?
Oh god. Oh my goodness. I'll tell you, the bugs are no joke, you know. But yeah. But yeah. So whatever, guys. The deals are out there. Keep looking. If you don't find something, I mean, I've been shopping at that Goodwill for 8 years, and I, just came home with something great. So. Like I said, I see them at Joe Fest and at conventions and stuff. These vehicles, but they're so expensive. There's some really cool ones if you ever pull up the thing. Zazel, how are you today?
Zazel! What's
How
up,
you doing?
Zazel?
Yeah, they
I'll
don't really
show.
have much in their. There is one. They call it Mega Paca because they get like big
Zazel,
packs or crates from
oh, you know what?
the states.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say Zazel. Do they have any like a? We have a store called Goodwill where they sell like thrift. It's a thrift store where they sell used stuff, and sometimes you can find a what is it, 30-year-old Tonka truck in there. But most of the time it's nothing great. They got anything like that in Australia?
I would
I
imagine
imagine
they
they do.
would. I would think.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sorry, Jim. I didn't mean to cut you off. I just you were talking about the place by you.
Well, I don't want to talk about it now. I'm highly offended. No, I'm kidding. No, it's kind of sort of like what we'd have in the states as a thrift store. They call it Mega Paca because they get pallets worth of stuff, mostly
Oh, okay.
clothing, but occasionally they'll get like DVDs and they'll get packages of toys. I haven't found any great deals or bargains there yet, but I always look. One of these
Yeah,
days, something will come
you
up.
never know. Yeah, you get those closeouts. So someone's Jordell Fresh Breeze said for Origins, Webster is the same situation in the UK.
Oh,
Just
really?
it's so
Okay.
weird because I remember seeing them on the pegs like at Target and at Walmart, and I passed on that.
Barter Town. So can you
Barter
go in
Town
and
is
actually barter for the items? Barter Town.
no, Barter Town's from Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome. Isn't it? Wasn't that the name of the town? Wasn't it the
I think
place?
it was.
It was
It
Barter
might
Town.
have been. You might be right.
Nothing
Yeah,
cool
Barter
here
Town.
like that. At least not in the thrift stores I've seen. Okay, yeah, yeah, they're not common, Zazel. I've been going to that Goodwill for 8 years, and I
Okay.
just happened to see something
Megatron
cool.
says Sapers operates as Value Village in Canada.
Value
Okay.
Village, nice.
Hmm.
And yeah, but I have seen a lot of things. Boba Hicks is cracking up because he got hit with Barter.
He did.
Who runs Barter Town? Remember they're down in the. You don't remember the movie?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just here shaking my head.
You get all the best toys in
I
Barter
love the
Town.
live chat, man. The live chat's lively tonight.
Yep.
I want to build a Thunderdome and help me sort out my collection. 2 toys enter, 1 toy leaves. 1 toy's got to get sold. The other one's got to go and stay in my
the
collection.
dome was. Master.
You're cutting out a little bit, Bill. Yeah, I bet Zazel could probably do a Beyond Thunderdome kind of thing with his Sergeant Slaughter wrestling that he does.
We don't need another hero. Oh, Tina Turner's got nothing on me.
That's right.
Am I back?
You are
Yes.
back, but the chat is. Oh, there it is. Chat's back too. Okay.
Good Lord.
So looks like
Maybe
it's just one of those
you
nights.
need to capture the live chat and put it on the screen so that whenever I go to hell, at least the live chat will stay up there.
You still have it up on the screen, yeah, so that's good. So that is much nicer. I could just look straight ahead and read it.
Well, you must have better glasses than me because I can barely see what it says. I got to look at. I've got a little
Well,
open window here from.
you can blow the screen up, but when you do that, you can't see anything but the screen. Then
Yeah, I
Right.
like seeing all that.
One of these days, I'll get fancy like old Grindhead and have a couple different monitors going, but I'm not there yet.
I've got two. I need to have maybe a third and a fourth. Kind of like I think Grindhead's got like the Batcave Batman Command.
He does. He definitely does. Yeah.
Yeah, he's actually in the Matrix. He can watch everything going on in the simulation.
He's the guy in the chair for sure.
That's right.
Like I said, you
I
bring up
don't know.
something. You just,
Look, I love you, Grindhead Jim. You may even be lurking there in the chat for all I know. But look, you need to get out of that chair some. I saw your damn legs the other day, man. You need to walk. You don't have to walk
to the
far.
fridge.
Yeah, not there. Outdoors, touch some grass, walk down the street, and come back to the house. Walk a little bit further the next day.
Well, now that he's getting ready to move the Grind HQ to a better location, I think he'll be able to do that better.
Our friend I Like Salt had to come by and see what we're up to. We're up to
Cool.
no good, some good, maybe. We're being good.
The usual shenanigans.
What's Bjorn says?
Bjorn, what kind of deal are we talking about here? Is this something you could share with the rest of us?
Earth?
Let us wet our beaks.
See, I knew he. What's this about? I knew he was in there lurking. He's always lurking. Did you get your mail? You said you were going to check today. I've been wondering about that. Yeah, you need to walk, man. You need to get. I know you're losing weight, but you need to build up some of that muscle. You know, I'm just saying.
So you were wondering about Grindhead's package?
I sent him a parcel of mail, a little letter.
Oh, that's right. I remember you telling me that.
Did you write a letter to the manager?
I did, and I messaged you. Okay, well, you messaged me. What did you message me on? Did you message?
Was it a
Here we go.
strongly worded letter?
I got it. I will not open it all until we do the recording stream, whatever. Hey, if you want to do it today, we can, or you can do it tomorrow night on late night with Bill and Largo. You can do it Sunday, or whenever is the most convenient for you, my friend. But whenever we do it, I want to do it live and in front of everybody, and I think we'll have a really good time with it. As a matter of fact, what did I do with that?
Something's going on. I don't know. Sounds like a conspiracy.
I will give you an incentive there, Grindhead Jim. What I have here, I have a set of bicycle cards, and I've been told that people have been stealing bikes in my area, so I've got a bicycle lock on my card so they won't steal my bikes.
There you go.
Oh, Jim said now is good.
Now is good.
Now. I like now.
Hey, Largo.
When laser sharks.
Send him the link. Bring him in here. Send him the link.
I will.
love it. Melbourne just wrote the best comment. When laser sharks.
Speaking of laser sharks, just hang tight, Patreons. If you're not a Patreon, you're going to have to be a Patreon to get in on this. Our friend Rolo wants to show off some laser sharks on my Patreon. So we're going to be doing a Patreon stream here soon, and everybody gets to come in and chat with Rolo, be on the stream with him, and see the laser sharks. So Patreon, guys, Patreon. And
Patreon here. Patreon. We got Patreon. How about you down there? You want a Patreon? I got a Patreon for you.
As soon as I see Grindhead pop in here, then we're gonna bring him in. We'll take the live chat down for just a minute while we do this.
I'm working on it. I just need to pull him up here and send him the link.
All right.
Sir Clifton, they will shoot freaking laser beams.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, once again, I'm going to shout out Sir Clifton and Gojitron both became patrons of mine this past week. So thank you guys.
Oh, wonderful. Welcome to the club.
Sharks with lasers. What's next? Cats laying with dogs. Oh man. Will they shoot freaking laser beams? Well, of course they will. That's what laser sharks are all about. Big, huge, nasty sharks shooting laser beams out of their heads. There he
Technically,
is.
I think we could probably finagle something. They make those little laser pointers.
All right, let's get the chat off the screen here. Let's get that overlay off the screen. Let's get Grindhead Jim in here.
Hi, it's Grindhead Jim. I watched that guy. I know him.
I swear, Grindhead.
Yeah.
I'd
Jim.
know that
That's
beard
awesome.
anywhere.
All
What's
right.
going on,
God,
chat?
look at this
How's it going,
guy.
guys?
I'm a big fan.
All right, let's get Jim here in the middle. There we go. Now, all right, Jim.
Before we
Did-
do
did
that, I
you-
just want to. I got a little something. I got myself
Oh, okay. Well, hey, let's
an
let's
I'm giving Jim a little
got me
tickle.
an Optimus
Build's got
Prime.
an- Oh, nice.
Ooh,
Is that the
nice.
Voyager or which flavor? Of
Voyager
Transformers is that?
class. Yeah, Voyager
Nice.
class.
Cool.
And I already locked down a Megatron, which I'll be getting in a couple of weeks. It's sitting in the pile of loot. I'm just waiting to augment and stuff. And Melvor, when Laser Sharks, when you come get your fucking bags, that's when when fucking Laser Sharks.
Oh, jeez.
By the
those-
way, Melvor, Billy and I are going to be at Free Play tonight. So unless you're lame, you should come hang out with us. All right, so I got the letter right here. I presume I can open the outer envelope. Yes.
Yes, you may.
Okay. There's tinfoil in it, so I'm guessing there's conspiracies inside.
Yes.
That
I don't want people reading the damn mail.
Save that tinfoil. You might need to make a hat later.
Yeah,
you're not wrong. So it says Jim said. So it says, Jim, please find enclosed one replacement superpowers Wonder Woman lasso. Thank you. And one sealed envelope. Do not open the envelope. We will do it on a live stream. So you know,
That's
Susan
what we're doing
Sarez, I
now.
can schedule you to appear on one of future live streams. Well, we're here now. And thank you for the lasso. That's great. It's going to go right with my
That's great.
McFarlane
It
Wonder Woman.
should work just fine. Did you see these?
Yes. I don't have a
All right,
fucking
now,
clue what is going on with that.
All right. Well, there's been a rash of bicycle thefts in my area, and so I put a lock on my bike so they won't get stolen.
Well, sure.
It's a standard lock, and I've got the cards are inside. I'll bring them out here. As you can see, there's a hole all the way through them there, and the lock goes right through there like that. Now, would you agree that none of those cards can get out of that lock?
I would agree, yes.
All right. Let's see here. Now, I want you to pick one of these cards, so I'm going to try to riffle through them, and you say stop, okay? Ready? Go. Now, you got to say stop, Jim, okay? You ready? All right, here we go.
Yes. Stop, Jim.
Go.
Stop. Stop. I said stop twice.
All right, there we go. You got it? Can you see that?
Yes.
Got it?
Yes.
All right. You know what your card is, right?
Yep.
All right. Now, put the envelope up to the screen there real quick. There they go. All right. Now, it's happened. We're going to go through the cards. All right. When you see your card, let me know. All right. Can we see them?
See the cards. I haven't seen mine yet, though.
All right. Make sure we can see them. I'm going to go through them. Maybe I should have gone in the other direction. Let's go in the other direction.
Well, you were just about to get there.
Maybe.
Go back. No, my card's not there.
All right, let me make sure it's not over here somewhere. We can go through this as many times as you want, Jim, but I don't think your card's in there anymore.
No, my card does not appear to be there.
Let's open the little envelope that you've got there, sir.
Before you do that, what was your card, Jim?
Queen of Hearts.
Oh, okay. I missed it. I'm sorry.
Come on, dude. More tinfoil with a business card, which I'll show later. And I'll be damned, it's Queen of Hearts. With a hole in it. You know, I know you're a man of faith and everything, but I'm starting to think that's a front because you're a goddamn witch.
Witch! Witch! Witch!
How do you
Which
know
witch is which?
she is a witch?
Locks didn't help Pee Wee.
I mean, so now I have a couple sheets of tinfoil and a Wonder Woman lasso and a card for whatever just fell off of somebody's shelf.
You do have to return that card, Jim. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
That
mean,
was my dog Loki and his big butt knocking stuff over.
I'll put it this way: since he got 2 new patrons, he can afford another deck of fucking cards. How much?
That was great.
have no
Good
fear,
job, Bill.
Jim.
That was
That's
great, man.
why there's cards all over this damn house.
Blew my mind.
I go through a dozen decks of cards a month, probably.
Goji, he is not like Penn and Teller because I don't know when Bill shuts up. He's like me. We can smell our own. That's what I said.
I'm taking that as a compliment there, Goji.
He should. You should. I'm trying to see if there's anything else that I have quick to show that you might be interested in. You like to well, I know you've already seen it because Bill became a patron of mine this week as well.
Bill, can you make
so he's already seen
some of those toys behind you appear behind me? That'd be great.
That'd be.
I did that for a couple of reasons. Jim. First of all, I've been meaning to be a patron of yours for a while, and
then there's the other reason.
Yeah, and since I had a little extra money now every month, I might as well go on and be a patron of yours, and then that allows me to be able to keep up with what the hell you're doing over there in your Patreon, so that I'm not stepping on your toes.
Well, you're never stepping on my toes, dude.
Basically, chat. What Jim and I are doing now is he gives me $5 and then I give it back to him.
Yeah, it's an Ouroboros of dough.
That's
works for me because like what I've told everybody in the past, and this is if you have a Patreon, one of the coolest things you can do with it once it gets beyond a certain threshold is I have a lot of Patreons that I do patronize. So the Patreon pays for itself, plus I get a little extra. So like this month, the way I like to look at it is I got all 4 of the Kenner reissue Ghostbusters, real Ghostbusters. And I look at it as they bought that for me, even though,
Well,
specifically my contribution paid for that.
There you
go. I was thinking about it. When
I made a promise. I made a promise to all my Patreons, and if you're a patron of mine, you probably have seen this promise. I will only use my Patreon funds to
he's keeping us in suspense.
The suspense is killing me, yeah.
And I'm back again.
Yes. So I know what he was going to say. Yeah. So Bill was saying that he's only going to use it for stream-related stuff. Well, in the case of the real Ghostbusters, I had made the commitment to get the whole line minus the stupid Nerf gun popper thing. And that is something I'm going to do a video on. So it is still for the show, But I also, when I'm finished with the review, I get to just keep the toys. You see, so that's how I look at it because
It's a
I'm
business
specifically
right, Jen?
There-
It's tax deductible.
I mean, technically,
Sure.
you're right. Yeah, I
But you have to itemize deductions to take advantage of that, though.
Yeah, I know.
which I already do actually.
Now we
I already
should
do that.
clarify that
You
the opinions
hit
of
the big
Grindhead
time when you're
Jim
doing that.
towards
That's why I hired an
cosplay
accountant.
and toy items.
Get out of that box, cat. Get. Shoot.
What the?
Jeez, I almost jumped out of a
The
box.
cat
I
in
wasn't
the
even-
box.
Yeah, we got boxes in here, and then we got a cat that wants to get in them. So yeah, cats, boxes. I threatened my wife the other day. She had thrown a box in the middle of the floor, and I said, "I'm going to get a Sharpie marker and write cat trap on it." She goes, "Why?" I said, "Watch." Sure enough, he was in it just in a few minutes.
So let's go over the facts, shall we? Bill's a magician and a psychic. He's a psychic witch now.
He's a witch.
You can speak.
And he has a cat. Cats are familiars. That's all starting to add up.
Oh, where's my pitchfork? And where's my torch?
Lauren and I have been watching.
Burn the witch!
When you mentioned Pitchfork, Will, my brain immediately went to Lauren and I have been watching a ton of old slasher movies that she hadn't gotten to see all the way through. And the prevalence of pitchforks in those movies is kind of crazy.
They're just everywhere. And
they are.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. I even saw a pitchfork in one of the Freddy Krueger movies. And I'm like, And of course, we all know the reason why pitchfork's in there so often. It's a very easy effect to create. If you're stabbing a thin person, you just cut the prongs off and go, solid effect. Works every time.
Absolutely. All right. So, what have you been up to there, Grindhead Jim? I haven't heard a lot from you here lately.
He's got a girlfriend, so he doesn't have time.
I see. Yeah.
There's more to it than that, but you're not wrong. Work's been pretty crazy. So last week I was down with the coof, as you would say, COVID for everyone else. So I was just kind of out of it for most of that prior week. But this past week I was back to work, which means
That's what they're calling it these days, huh? Work.
Yes. Well, I had
I've done my
the
fair
amount of stuff
share
to
of
do.
work myself.
Well, the thing is, what's interesting to me is that because we already have a lot of stuff up content-wise, like I'm not really creating new content yet. It's coming. But I'm editing old stuff. Nice. So what ends up happening, this so far has happened every time I've submitted something. They'll give me the edits they need, and then I start sprucing it up, and they're like, why are you doing all this extra work when you're just going to remake the video in like 3 months anyway? So I've had to like hold me back, because the original videos are so bland. But we're getting there. Yes, I did know Way Farms. I had the macarona. Thanks to my job. They had us all get together, 400 of us in one place for a couple days. It was a great idea. Awesome.
Yeah.
But it knocked me on my ass.
I thought you were poked up, man. Shouldn't you been able not to get it because you had the pokes?
That's not how it works.
I thought that was
let's
how
not
it worked.
go there. Can we not go? Can we not?
You don't get it, right?
The poke just means you're less likely to die from it because you have a built-in immunity to the actual illness, not getting it.
Well, you know that now that you've had it, that you have the best immunity that there is to it, right? That's natural immunity.
Motherfucker, I've had it 3 times. Fuck you.
Yeah,
I've had it
time
once.
There's a new strain. Yeah, you got to go through the whole thing again.
Yeah.
So shifting gears, I wanted to ask you real quick before I forget, because I'm old and feeble. Your Slimer, you said the Slimer was a little oversized for the Kenner remakes.
You want to say
it always was. It always
I was going to ask. Yeah, I was going to ask. Do you think that Slimer would work with the? I have the Hasbro Plasma series Ghostbusters. I'm wondering if that Slimer would go well with them, because they never made a Slimer for those guys.
So depending upon which scale you go off of, depending upon the films or the cartoon or a little bit of both, this could work. He's just bigger than what I would like to see. So this is the scale difference here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it's not.
And it's not called Slimer. It's called the Green Ghost, if I'm not mistaken.
correct.
It's Slimer.
Yeah,
Hmm.
and
Yeah, I don't know why
that's the actual size of the original figure of that
Yes.
ghost from back in the day. I mean, it was just a big figure, and it didn't go with the other figures very well at all. But that's just the way it was.
No, but I'd like to make a floating stand of some kind so I can kind of pose him like that. So he's kind of like,
Yeah.
"Rah!" So 'cause
If
one of
only you knew somebody who was a 3D printer who could whip you up a
We don't know.
stand for
Maybe,
that.
yeah, a 3D printing guy could fix you up with that. Who could we
probably
ask?
true. But another way I could do it as well is there's some like cheap stands you can buy on Amazon with the little claws. You could probably just
Yeah.
use 3 of them and just use the arms to support him at the tail and the arms, and it'd be fine. No need
I
to bother poor Will.
was going to let you know there, Jim. I've got all of those figures. I haven't uncarded any of them. I even got the dead gum car because I bought it at
Yeah, me too.
Walmart for like $20 just the other day.
Yep.
On clearance.
Yeah.
The only
the
figure I don't have is the one with the eyeball that pops out. That's the only one I
Go
never
over
got.
go to Nerdzoic. He has them for $9.
$9.
Nice.
I'll have to
It's
do
a pretty
that.
good deal.
It's a very good deal. And like basically between a $5 off coupon that I had because I've been patronizing him so much, plus I buy enough stuff from places that you shop. I had $5. I ended up getting that and the Fearsome Flush, which is just a fucking great toy. Got the pair of them for like $13 shipped. So pretty good.
I think there's a toy hunt video that I did last year where
Yes.
I found Fearsome Flush, and my wife
Yes.
just absolutely could not stand that thing. And to this very day, she hates Fearsome Flush. Why did you buy the commode, Bill? Because
Well, like
You know
I
what
just
brings
like the
up a
idea that
good
you can
point
roll him
for-
along. He's like, and he does the
Just
whole
a
thing.
piece of interesting trivia. I mean, you guys probably know, but the Slimer ghost was theoretically supposed to be based on
Little
Jim
bit Belushi.
Belushi. Yeah.
he
Well-
was, and he was actually called
well, here-
something different in the movie, in the script, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and they so the actual story goes is that they had, Boss Effects had built everything and they'd done all tons of work to like new technology to make these ghost effects work the way they wanted to. The night before shooting, Dan Aykroyd shows up and says, "I love this. Could you make it look a little bit more like John Belushi as a tribute to him because he was supposed to be in a movie?" They're like, and he goes, "Sure, Dan." And he's like, "Oh shit! Like, how long am I going to do this overnight?" And he says, "I didn't change anything." And the next morning he comes in, he's like, "That's perfect." That's
I can
Hand of
see that.
Godzilla. That's from the documentary. So
That's right.
great.
it's
I can see
it's
that.
kind of crazy.
Oh, and hearty hello
Um,
to Miss Andy Morgan. She said hi to everyone.
Mhm.
Hey,
probably
Andy.
most likely Granddad Jim. So he's showing up over there.
Hello.
And,
And to anyone who is looking for those Ghostbuster figures, but they don't have them in there, or they don't have the whole set available to them locally, Big Bad Toys has all 4 Ghostbusters for $30, which is a hell of a steal
that is a good
by
deal.
any stretch of the imagination. Now,
That's
if
less
you
than
want
$10
the
a
whole,
piece.
that's right. If you want the whole gamut, if you want the whole thing, which is all 4 Ghostbusters, you get Stay Puffed, you get Slimer, you get the eyeball
Ecto.
guy, and Fearsome Flush and Ecto.
Star.
Plus, you get a little pop gun for $100. It's really, really good price considering the retail on the Ecto alone is $60, and the retail on the gun is $30. So, like, basically for the price of those 2 plus a little extra, you get all of them. Nerdzoic is an excellent resource. He's got a great sale going on right now. Check him out. They really
It
good
doesn't
service.
surprise me.
Always
It doesn't surprise me that these figures are available like this because they came out at the height of the lockdown and it was hard to find them in the stores.
right.
And then suddenly they just started showing up and there was nowhere to put them. And so they
Yep.
went immediately to clearance.
Yep. Just
And I'm not
bad
mad about
timing.
that at all. I got the Ecto early November for $30, thanks to Jimmy Salzberg, and that was where I was like, well, now that I've got the Ecto at that price, it justifies me getting the rest of the line. And I never had them as a child. I wanted them. I ended up getting the second wave where they did all the weird, and then you had the
Right.
different creatures and
I
stuff.
wasn't a fan. I wasn't a fan of the fright features.
Me either.
Yeah, that was
I
creepy.
did like the ghost that had the fright feature. I liked that.
There's nothing
But
wrong
the-
with that,
but
the
But the
characters.
Ghostbusters looks. I would have liked the fright feature better if they'd have retained the uniforms instead they had these weird outfits that make no sense at all.
Well, by that
but-
point, they weren't even trying to ape the cartoon show at all.
Nope.
Right, they kind of went out in left field. Now I have seen some figures. I don't know if they're customs or if they were done by a third party, but there were two others. The one of the secretary they had, the gal,
Janine,
and,
yeah.
Janine, and the Rick Moranis character from the film.
They did do
Tully,
those.
Louis Tully.
They did
Louis
do
Tully.
those.
Did they?
The Janine character, the one that looked the most like the one in the cartoon, came with the little wheeled ghost. There's like a little car thing.
Yep.
I repainted that figure to put a pink outfit on it, make it look more like a Ghostbuster outfit. Gave her a purple wand and pack, proton pack. That picture's up somewhere, maybe on Instagram.
And that's
Okay.
one thing that's of serious note with these reissues is that they did a major improvement with where the wand, the actual like stream, is really bendy and extremely difficult to break, whereas the old ones would get brittle very quickly.
Brittle,
Yeah,
very
but
brittle.
so they've
They're
been
always-
great. I'm really stoked to put them up in a display, and it'd be easy to get like a New York background of some kind to put up. And Boba Hicks saying he has fright feature Peter carded, only a Ghostbuster in his collection. That's arguably the best fright feature toy, because that is the one fright feature I kind of like. But I will not be pursuing those if they reissue those. I might get the monsters because there's some cool monsters in there. Like they
I
had
think the line's done, Jim.
I'm okay with
Yeah.
it if it is.
Yeah, I think the line's done. Now, if it had sold a little better in the store and hadn't gone straight to clearance like it did, it might have had a few legs, but I don't see it going anywhere. I think it's
I
kind
don't
of
either,
done.
but I don't think it has to, because the only thing that would be missing at that point is the fire station. Would be the
Yeah,
only
they
thing really
weren't gonna
missing
do
from
that
the initial
anyway.
wave. No, they
Yeah.
wouldn't do that in the first place, like you said. And so you do have a concise recreation of the first wave. The card backs don't advertise the well, I don't know about the old card backs, but the new ones don't advertise anything that you can't get.
Yeah.
So it's very cool to be able to say I have everything,
Yep.
even if it's a misnomer. But
And I'm gonna check out that eyeball ghost, like you said, over on.
I gotta tell you, man, I wish the twins were out 5 or 6 years ago, because I've got grandkids and I had the DVD box set for the animated series, and they played the hell out of them. I just put them on one day for them, and they just watched every disc over and over again. They own it now. I don't have the discs anymore because they
Right.
I've got the
moved, and
first
I let them
season.
keep them. But there was no toys or anything at the time to go with them, So
right.
but they saw an episode of it and they were hooked. They loved it. They loved the show.
That I
was
I
good.
think they really did a great job with the first episode of the cartoon because it was a direct continuation of the film.
Yep.
So
Was.
And that
Uh,
intro were.
And there was actually an episode. There was actually an episode that kind of tied in with that, where it kind of explained the difference between the movie and the cartoon show, because the real Ghostbusters went to Hollywood where they were shooting the movie.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
a little meta.
I love that though.
And what's her?
Yeah, but it was just like I said, it was
Clifton
just
says,
a testament that
I always liked cartoon villains Sam Hain. Yeah, I wish
Pumpkin
they had
Head
made a Sam Hain figure. Yeah,
Now there's my favorite
the,
was always the Boogeyman,
Halloween.
and there's a guy in Europe that
Yeah.
built a custom of that. A little on the expensive side,
Oh
but
my
now
God.
that I have these, I'm really tempted to get that if he still makes it.
Hey Jim, I saw
what?
that picture of Boogie. I saw that picture of Boogie today, and Boogie kind of looks like me with a pistol, but
Plus about 150, 200 pounds. He's a big guy.
Yeah, but you didn't see me years and years ago when I weighed 300 pounds either, did you?
Well, that one video you were up there in weight comparative to now, weren't you?
Yeah, I was pretty up there. I think that was one of those videos where I was performing a magic show, maybe in front of a crowd.
Yes, sir.
I've got a question for you, Jim. Just put this up here and
course.
calculate on it. Since you have too many toys, I'm here to be an enabler.
Yeah. Okay.
Would you be interested in a firehouse set incomplete?
What, the Ghostbusters one?
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah, I would.
Well, see, I've got a complete firehouse set, but in order to do that, I had to get another firehouse set.
Okay.
My wife hates it when
Pretty sure that there are firehouse parts available online for free that you could download and print.
If only we knew somebody with a 3D printer that could do that for us.
I know. I wish someone could do that. Ugh.
And one of the things that's coolest, like, right, so you would ask me before, like, what I've been doing. Like, Lauren and I have been like really like narrowing down the places that we're looking at to rent. And she'll be here in like 2 weeks or so, and we're going to go actually decide on which apartment we're going to apply to first, make the applications, get that stuff done.
Awesome.
And we have all the plans in place. We have rough timelines on everything. So that's really been part of it. All the places we've been looking at have a patio, have a cement patio. And I'm like, ha, because that means I can take some of that cardboard and have a little spray paint area and nice aeration. Because I've been going through my head as I've been sorting my toy bins and so forth, all these things I want to customize and things I want to do. I just don't have the space to do it. And so I'm really excited about that. Okay. So Goji says the guy that did the Boogeyman figure also did the Sam Hain. So there you go. It does exist. So that's awesome.
They do exist.
They do exist. Like the M&M's commercial. Santa, you heard?
Yeah, I've heard. They're no longer doing the little M&M's guys anymore in the commercials.
Oh, whatever.
I forget why. I don't even want to know. Don't tell me.
No. Yeah.
It's something that is probably both irrelevant because we can't change it and no one cares. Because I never cared. Like, here's my thing. And I realize marketing is an ongoing process. You're always trying to get new people. However, I learned that I liked M&M's over 40 years ago, and that's never stopped. Mm-hmm. And I never had to watch a commercial to remind me of that. I see them, and if I want them, I get them.
Well, the M&M's always were very disturbing in the same way the California raisins were. You have a mascot that's basically telling you to,
eat me. Yeah, cannibalize me.
Well, I always get reminded of the dish of the day in the restaurant at the end of the universe.
I think Pop-Tarts was one of the companies that leaned into that because the Pop-Tart knew he was going to get eaten, and I think he actively tried to avoid it or just, was upset about it.
What was that cereal commercial where the cereal would pop out of the box and they had little chompy mouths and they would eat each other?
Oh my God!
Pac-Man, maybe
Toast Crunch or something. I don't know. It was a
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Very
Nintendo.
disturbing.
It's a cereal. Wow, Nintendo. Do you remember that one?
Yeah.
It's a cereal now. Nerd cereal.
That would be a good weird, fantastic rabbit hole to go down all the different cereals that tied in with toys and or video games. Because
I do feel like
crispy critters. They were indubitably delicious.
Yeah, I know there's someone out there in the greater collection world that probably has a big collection of cereal box toys, but not the cereal boxes. And I know that's super like niche. I want to find that person and just be like, wow, what a waste of space. But my plastic's better than your plastic.
He collected cereal boxes during college. And he said some girl came in and saw his room and said he was a psycho.
I mean,
but Jim called me a psycho earlier.
That's right.
No, psychic. Psychic.
Oh, psychic. A witch.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Some kind of
I'll get you my
warlock.
pretty and your little toys too.
I'm
Oh, no.
physic. I mean psychic.
That's right.
That's Bill trying to say it was a joke, asshole. I get that totally.
Yeah. I don't
Most of the
But there's a
theme
buddy of
cereals
mine.
were before my time. Well, you missed out on the fun, man. There was Pac-Man cereal and Donkey Kong cereal and
Yep,
good
and they all
God,
tasted like shit.
The cereal.
Yes.
They all taste exactly
They-
the same. They just use the
Yeah,
same.
you could buy C-3PO
Sawdust
cereal
and
and you could get
sugar.
a lifelike Luke Skywalker mask. All you had to do is cut the eye holes out of it and you could be Luke Skywalker.
Indeed.
Oh, from the front.
Listen,
It was a
the
1D
best
map.
thing
1D depiction.
ever, the best thing ever was Elio's Pizza. They were these like square pizzas, but in the 80s or 90s, they were like 3 slices of like a rectangular pizza you make it in a toast oven. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The back of the box had a turtle mask on it, and I mean, I know I was way too old for it, but me and my friends used to buy them and wear them while we were
Fair.
playing video games, eating pizza under the effects of certain things. And I can't even find the old boxes like to copy them. I can't find any of the artwork or anything.
Melvor can back me up on this. He just mentioned he's got some of the cereal boxes. Our mutual friend John Blue Riggs, who's at all the Retro Paloozas, great dude. He has a cereal obsession, the likes of which I've never seen, and it's not just like toy or video game related. He just really loves cereal. So anytime he finds new and exotic cereals, he gets them, and he's got all the boxes and everything. And
Nice,
nice.
nice.
I keep meaning to conspire with the other Game Chasers guys, and we should probably commission us a cereal box that is of him, but of him being obsessed with cereal boxes. So the cereal would be a bunch of cereal boxes, and a bunch of his marshmallows are his head. Yes, because he did put out a book. Melvor's right. He put out a book about cereal. Yeah. So that is something that would be really cool. He didn't have it the last time I saw him. I need to talk to him about that. I was thinking about him the last couple of days for various reasons. But he has a whole thing with cereal. But it makes me think about these things. Like for every little niche, there's somebody that's really into that crap, and but you don't have these massive cereal communities. You don't have.
Yeah.
Not on YouTube, not in the same way
They
that we
don't
have toys or
any
video
cool
games.
songs anymore. Like nothing has a cool theme song. I know I bring this up all the time. There was a commercial when I was a kid for cheese. It was just for cheese. It played during like the afternoon cartoons. It was just a guy who was like a cheese wedge, and he was walking. He had a stick, and he said, "A hanker for a hunka."
Oh, you're talking about
Hunka
time
cheese.
for timer.
A hanker
You're
for a
talking about
hunka
time
of
for timer.
cheese. What's his name?
You're talking about time for timer. Remember time for timer? That's
Nah, I
who
don't
you're
know
talking
that.
He'd teach you how to make a wagon wheel treat.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes, the wagon wheel. And
he looks
all right,
suspiciously like
guys. We're talking about cereal. We're talking about cereal. So you know me, I've got all kinds of crap over here that I can show just right off the fly. Here we go. Check it out.
And Cool's teaming up with a good balanced breakfast.
Teaming up with Mr. T cereal. It's getting on the team that knows how cool breakfast can be. You get a crispy corn taste with a touch of brown sugar. Teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T. Golden sweet crispy teas. One bite and you're gonna be eating with a team that's teaming up with Mr. T.
It's cool.
Teaming up with Mr. T.
All right, one.
It's cool.
One,
It's cool.
How lazy can you get? It's a bunch of T's. No attempt at gold chains or his head. 2, a touch of brown sugar. Let's get more profile-y, shall we? Christ, this
Get up, fool. It's cool.
I didn't even catch the brown sugar. That's kind of racist.
Yeah, with a touch of brown sugar. I'm like, whoa, T, back up, bro. Touch of brown. I don't want to. Make sure your mama eats a bowl, fool. Like, whoa, hey, buddy, back up. And, I mean, it sounds like it'd actually be pretty tasty, but it's so lazy. It's just teas. That's it. And then they put a box with his picture on it, like, buy this. And it's like, Like I
Well,
haven't.
I'll tell you. I'll
I
tell you.
haven't.
Mr. T cereal tasted just like Captain Crunch. It was just made into teas.
I
Fair
was going to
enough.
say, were any of those themed cereals actually any good? Any of them?
I
No,
don't think so.
Really.
it
Well,
was
like,
corn. It was corn and sugar. Okay, it was
yep.
puffed up corn with a bunch of sugar in it, and of course you eat it and you get sugar high and you bounce all over the room while you watch Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, and here's the thing: like, I begged my mother for what seemed like weeks to get Fruity Pebbles, and she finally broke down and got it. And I had a bowl. I got halfway through the bowl. I didn't like it, and then she just let the bowl sit in the kitchen. Says you're not eating dinner until you finish that bowl. So by like 4 o'clock,
Ew.
this was a
Oh, that
soggy
shit
mess
was
of just
soggy as
tasteless.
fuck.
It was a lump of just tasteless, bland muck,
Yeah,
and
I think
I ate it.
Bjorn's right. Yeah, the box that the cereal came in probably tasted better than the cereal.
It definitely had better texture, that's for sure. And and the thing is, like, after that, I just never was into cereal. Like, the only time I ate cereal even remotely with regularity was in the Marines during boot camp, because you could get the small
Mm.
box. I would just eat it dry, just for something different, a palate cleanser, if you will, from the slop I was eating.
Well, it's better. Is Marine food better than Navy food?
Um, I would go so far as to say, especially when I was in, I never had food at any chow hall that wasn't good. Um, I would say that Navy and Marine Corps food are very similar because they source from the same places, the same food supply, all that stuff. Um, Army food, not bad at all. And then Air Force food is a little bit of a step up. Their chow halls are a bit, swankier. But aside from that, the food's pretty much the same everywhere you go. Um, I found it really interesting, though, because we stayed on Air Force barracks the night before we went to MEPS to actually sign the papers and get out of town. And the breakfast that morning, like, there was so much stuff. Like, you could tell it felt like they were stocking everything with the intention of making everyone fail weight that morning. Because if you're a borderline on your weight and you weigh above what they weighed you before when you first came in, like, there's a bonus that you can lose. Like, I lost $3,000 because of a donut.
Mm.
It's true.
See, you didn't do it right, Jim. You know what you're supposed to do the night before, right? In your hotel room.
Well, it's a bit late now, but go ahead.
Yeah, I did it because I was a fat body. Okay, you go and you sit in the shower and you turn the shower on as hot as you can stand it, and you sit in that steam, and you steam that shit off of you, so that the next day you've lost a whole bunch of water weight.
Well, yeah. And
Screw your feelings. Says Navy food was great. How'd you like them pineapple upside down beans?
um, but it was an interesting experience because I only ate barracks food. I ate it obviously that day before I left, and then of course ate it all through boot camp, um, then through infantry training, and then, like, for the first maybe a week of my school in Pensacola. After that, I didn't touch the stuff that much. Every time I go to a new base, I'd check it out once just to see if it was any different. But beyond that, I didn't mess with it.
Well, I can tell
But
you in the army, the difference in the world was whether you had civilian cooks or whether you had army cooks in the chow hall.
oh, sure,
Yep.
sure, yeah. We had, it was always military, but I will say the food in boot camp, although basic, was pretty darn good for what it was, and but everywhere else, especially at Camp Lejeune, the chow hall food in Camp
Mm-hmm.
Lejeune was incredible. Um, and I only had like a handful of meals there because we were in the field most of the time. But I was like, damn, it was really good.
Hold up, Johnny Sorensen.
I don't know about the Marine Corps. I don't know about the Marine Corps, but I can tell you something that happened in the Army. And the question is why do they do this shit? All right. So when you're going through the chow hall line in basic, okay, there's two lines.
That's a dramatic pause.
There's
So,
Two lines.
one.
Notification.
My internet connection sucks, guys. Anyway,
No
where
worries.
was I?
Two lines.
2 lines.
Yeah, 2 lines. One is short order: hamburgers, French fries, corn dogs, all that bullshit. And the other line is for the hot lunch or whatever with the three vegetables and a meat. You weren't allowed to go over there on that fucking short order line. And I'm sure every bit of that shit on the short order line went straight to the damn garbage. Why did they even have that over there if we weren't allowed to eat it?
It was probably there for staff that ate in between recruits or the AITs.
Yeah. Yep.
Clifton, I have a shitty internet connection tonight. Watch the scroll down below. You'll see. Yep. What do we got here? Gremlins freaking with the internet tonight. Yes, they are, and especially on my end. I mean, my connection is dipping. Sometimes it'll get good and then it'll dip again. I think it's just Friday afternoon. Everybody in the neighborhood streaming all that shit on Disney Plus and HBO Max and everything.
I can just see like Stripe behind your router going, bandwidth.
Yeah.
God.
Gremlins.
Yeah, they are. They're sitting there chewing the line.
So here's a question for you, Bill.
Yeah.
You have a lot of the larger format figures like the Shogun Warrior, stuff like that.
Yeah. I got a
and
few.
Although, because there was something that has come out recently that, one, I never thought they'd bring back, and two, the price is actually decent for what they are. It's about $5 above what they cost when they first came out. And they're the Jumbo Ninja Turtles. So they're about yo big, and they're $25. And I'm tempted, for no good reason, but I'm tempted just because I'm impressed that the price is so good. And is that something that you would consider? Hang on a second, guys. I had a phone call.
Go ahead. And while he answers the phone, I will answer him. No, I was never into the Ninja Turtles, so big Ninja Turtle figures probably would not fit well in my collection. Not to knock anybody that's into Ninja Turtles that wants such a thing. I mean, go for it, guys. Gojatron says he saw a Super 7 Godzilla the other day. Now, here a while back, a couple of years ago, maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. Couple means a lot nowadays when I'm old. They reissued the Shogun Godzilla, but it was more in the color of the screen Godzilla instead of that bright green.
Right, and he had the blue flame coming out of his mouth for the atomic breath instead of the red one. Yeah. I can't remember the
company. That was
company
Jay
that
of the
made
Game
that.
Chasers.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
All right.
Yeah.
To answer your question, Jim, I'm not into Ninja Turtles. I was a little old for the Ninja Turtles when they came out. I remember being a grown adult watching the Ninja Turtles movie and being very unimpressed by that. I never watched.
I don't care if this is your show. I will not be shamed.
Oh my God! I'm not shaming. You enjoy what you enjoy. I'm just saying.
I figured you'd say that.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles not my bag, but I mean, if you like such things, I mean, go for it, brother.
They're heroes in a half shell, Bill.
Yes, they
are.
Well,
Bill's into stupid shit like laser sharks. So
absolutely,
whatever.
I'm into laser sharks. We're gonna make some freaking laser sharks just to spite you.
Now we have to do ninja laser sharks.
Well, you never know what can come out of the mind of Rolo.
Well, when Mr. Customizer General above me here, he can make his own goddamn ninja laser shark. You do what you want with it. I don't give a fuck.
We have the technology.
It's true. It's true. But I will say that the laser shark is a thing. I guess.
Jim, that magic trick was a two-parter. Surprise. Open up the tinfoil, and inside there's a laser shark.
That would be awesome if that were the case, because then I wouldn't have to worry about it anymore.
Jesse in the house. Hey, Jesse, what's going on, Epic Badger? What is Bjorn saying here? Wise man say forgiveness is divine, but never pay full price for late pizza.
Time's
tell you
up.
what,
$3 off.
and Confucius also say, "Boy who piss on flat rock get wet feet."
I mean,
And
it's
man
true.
who stand on toilet, high on pot.
Speaking of high, I think Melvor is, because he just said Laser Sharks are better than Ninja Turtles, and he's unequivocally wrong.
I knew I liked that
Oh
guy.
no, Jim!
Yeah, really. There's just
Oh no,
something
Jim!
about
I'm
it.
inclined to agree with the Melvor on this one.
He's got this
No.
type of charm, that just draws you right in.
Well, here's what's going to happen. I'm going to take. He has poly bags right over here. They're waiting for him. And what he's earned is when he does pick him up, I'm going to slack him with him. It's just like a phone book. Fuck this shit. No.
Melvor,
But now, see, Melvor.
Well,
Well, I
he's
have.
been bitching about
How
those bags.
How long has it been since he's left those bags?
A year.
It'll be
A
almost,
year.
Yeah. Coming up.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think at this point, Jim,
He lives 8 minutes away. He lives.
Yeah,
8
exactly,
minutes
exactly.
away.
That's what I'm saying. I think at this point, he's leaving them there just to fuck with you.
At this point,
No,
you
he's
can never pick them
Melvor.
up.
Now, the thing is, the phone call was from Jay, so I thought I was hanging out with just Billy, but apparently Jay's going to be there too, since we're going to hang out, I guess. So Melvor has to be there now to even out, because like 3's an odd number to make an even number. And if he is making it, text me on my phone. I will bring the bags. You got 15 minutes to decide.
I thought you said you weren't going to do that. I thought you said you were going to make him come to your place and get the damn bags.
Well, if he's going to go out of his way to be at something I don't think he was going to be at, like, I don't mind carrying a bag of bags that's about like this. I think I'll manage.
It's
It'll
not
be
my
okay.
bag, baby.
No, they're Melvors. Melvors. So, on that note, gents, thank you for having me. I enjoyed the hell out of the magic trick, and I really appreciate this lasso. Really fun times hanging out with you guys, as always. And I hope that you guys have a tremendous rest of your day / evening / weekend and life. Love you guys.
Enjoy your game chasing.
Yes.
Cool. All right. Well, that was kind of fun having Grindhead Jim on the show. Normally he's not on, but I'm glad that my internet cooperated long enough for me to get the damn trick done anyway, right?
Yeah, that was great. Brilliant. Well done, Bill. You blew his mind. Mine too. Not that there was much to blow. Yeah.
By the way, I was asked the other day, well, Bill, could you do it with a different card? Well, of course, I'm going to have to now, right?
Right, he won't give you the card back.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the only trick I'm good at with cards is 52 pickup.
Why doesn't Jim bring the bags to him instead? Because it's just because, Boba Higgs.
Now it's the principle of the thing.
The principle of the damn matter.
Those damn bags are going to sit there.
These goddamn bags have been back here for a whole fucking year, Melvor. Now you're going to come get them. Exactly. There you go. There you go. From the mouth of the man himself. That's a principle, damn it.
That's right.
He's still
Speaking of principles and changing subjects, Bill, the Batman 66 line has had a couple new drops.
I saw the King Tut. I saw the King Tut. I kind of want the King Tut, although I'm not going to be able to go and buy it because it's at Target, and Target's too far away from me to. I don't get to go up there much. But if I do happen to be in the area, don't think I won't be scouting it out and seeing if it's there. But I would love to have that.
On the lookout for one for Mr. Largo. So if I see one and you're interested, let me know.
Shout out to the Epic Badger and to our buddy.
He can put those principles in one of the bags.
Touche, my boy.
Sorry.
Now, don't get me wrong. Now, I want Egghead too.
Yeah, I was going to say shout out to the Badger. He was able to find a Vincent Price Egghead for me, and Mr. Salzberg found the Otto. What was his name? Otto, the fellow who played Mr. Freeze.
Oh yeah, His first name was Otto, and now I can't think of his name. Now there were two different actors who played Mr. Freeze.
That's correct. This is the one that was the bald gentleman who I think played him originally. but don't quote me on that because it's been a while since I've watched the show.
6 eggs, 6 eggheads, 6 badgers.
There you go. And yep, I've got my hotline going, and all of our favorite scouts are out there looking for King Tut as soon as he hits. And they have Wayne Manor is going to be a play set, which even if you're not into that, if you're into 1/12 scale, that's a great set just for having something for a background for toy photography.
Well, the question I have to ask though is it really going to be 1/12 scale coming from the Todd father there? We have the Batcave set that's actually 1/18 scale. We have the Villains playset, which is actually 1/18 scale. So, like 1/16, excuse me, it's 1/16 scale. It's for superpowers, guys. So the Batcave set is 1/16 scale. The Villains layer is 1/16 scale. The damn Batmobile was 1/16 scale. The superpowers figures fit in that Batmobile better than the Batman figures that he made. So, will the Wayne Manor set actually be more like Wayne Manor for your superpowers Batman, or will it be Wayne Manor for the 66 Batman figures? Inquiring minds wonder.
The Bat Cycle he got kind of right on scale, didn't he?
The Bat Cycle is on scale. As a matter of fact, I was comparing it the other day, and if I had the toy cam up, I would put them both on screen with the 1/12 scale. I think it was Hot Wheels that put that out? Yeah.
Yes.
It was a die-cast bat cycle, which I have 2 of, as a matter of fact. And my future son-in-law bought me the Todd Father Batmobile. I mean, bat cycle. So I've got that over here, still in package. Bjorn Jorgensen says, I can almost guarantee my target will get Tut and set. Okay. All right.
Yep. There's also a Bat Boat that is going to be coming out. That'll be interesting.
The Bat Boat. Now I'm kind of interested in that sort of, and do it float?
I hope so. That would make a good tub toy, but
absolutely.
If nothing else, it might be good for customizing it to something else.
Here we go. Scale. Where we're going, we don't need scale.
Yeah, McFarlane and scale do not go well together. Just like his articulation is still, well, it's just his own thing.
It's basic articulation, people. It really is very basic articulation. If you, I'm sorry to say this, but if you want some decent Batman 66 figures, you're going to have to go get the Mattel set that came out years ago.
They were bad. Yeah.
And the Bat Boat better come with Bat Shark Repellent spray.
Yeah. Actually, the Mattel little Batcave set had the shark repellent as one of the little pieces that came with it. So it's out there.
I was hoping to see that the Villain's Lair at my Target and never saw it. I was able to pick up that the Bat Cave toy set.
I got one.
I never saw the Villain's Lair. It's pretty cool. Yeah, it was pretty affordable too. I thought they were well done. But,
I think I actually showed that off on one of the live streams. Put the thing together, put the figures in it. Like I said, it scales okay on camera, but in reality, it's really too small.
I'll tell you. I mean, you guys are talking about online seller. I hardly buy stuff online. Like, I have to really, really, really want something. Like, if I see something cool, I'm like, if I see it in the store, maybe I'll pick it up. And I just never saw it in the store, and I forgot about it. So that's good for me, because I think if I went with every impulse, I'd be broke and buried in toys.
I got too much.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to thin down on some lines, and I'm not a completist on a lot of lines. I cherry pick just favorites because
I'm a spinning.
Yep, you're going in and out again there, Bill.
There it is. Yeah. I think it's great.
Yeah. It's got
the Wayne Manor
toy photography.
is really cool too. There's a lot of good props in the Wayne Manor playset. I'm sure they're going to have the what was that Shakespeare head and the
Right.
phone and
Yeah, they'll have the Shakespeare's head, the phone, and they'll have a sliding bookcase with the two bat poles. So
Yep.
that'll be cool. Hopefully, since they're doing Wayne Manor, that means we'll see civilian versions of Bruce and Dick as well.
Possibly. I would like to see that, as a matter of fact.
Mm-hmm.
perhaps Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, that'd be good. And perhaps even the chief of police there, O'Hara.
O'Hara, yeah, Chief O'Hara.
O'Hara, yes. Yeah, I can see where Bjorn is trying to save up his pennies because of Valicon. I mean, Joe Fest. I mean, Valicon.
Derek Kuda's in the house. What's up, Derek? Good to see you, man. Hit the like button, man. Derek Kuda's a buddy of mine. He's a gamer. He's got a little channel over there where we can watch him game and drink and have fun late at night. Epic Badger. Speaking of Joe Fest, Bjorn, what are the guesses on Valaverse points and what they will buy? I'll let Largo answer that.
That is a very good question. One tease he did last year that has not come out yet was a custom, a figure of I'm trying to remember, I can't remember her name, Kelly something. Valaverse sponsors her. She's a judo competitor, and there's some speculation that might be the thing. I don't know. Whatever it is, it'll be cool. It'll be something unique.
I can tell you, I love those flag points on the G.I. Joe figures when I was a kid. I cut them all out, and I actually sent off for that stuff. And you could get vehicles that would cost full price at the store for free with those flag points.
Wasn't there a deal for getting the Sarge with the flag points?
I got my Sergeant Slaughter figure was a flag point Sergeant Slaughter.
Mm-hmm.
You could also get hooded Cobra Commander, wearing the blue hood with no point on it that looks like, I guess, a KKK hood. But he had
allegedly
no top and it was blue, not white. So,
right, it's supposed to be an executioner's hood. I don't know why people think it's the other one because it's not.
Because one stupid somebody said that, and then suddenly they went.
Yep, and so we can't have a hooded Cobra Commander officially. So whatever. But Hasbro has bigger problems than that.
I'm sure somebody's made that head that you can buy.
Oh yeah, there's some 3D printers and resin casts. So yeah, customizers are already on it.
That's an interesting question, Boba Higgs. How many carded figures still have the flag points on them? Probably not very. Because when I was a kid, the flag points, I cut them out of everything I got because I would use them.
Yeah. So
it was a great gimmick. 6 to 8 weeks though. That was terrible. That 6 to 8 weeks for processing and shipping.
Oh God, yeah.
When
when I got there, you had forgot you had sent off for it, so it was really a surprise. Oh, you got a package, Bill? What? Oh wow, Christmas again.
Hey, when you're a kid, getting mail of any kind is special. I remember when I did birthday cards, and it was like, somebody knows to send me mail, my name on a envelope. That's awesome.
Yeah, who can forget sending off for your U Control Ghost cut out of the back of a comic magazine, and you're thinking, what kind of big, huge package is this going to be with this remote control Ghost inside of it? And when it comes, it's a flat envelope about yay big with a balloon in it and a garbage bag and a piece of string with a button on it. Wah, wah, wah.
You ever see that Simpsons episode where Bart orders away for the dinosaurs, and in his imagination, as he's calling or writing the letter, he's imagining it says like just add water, giant dinosaurs, and it's just Lisa's in the driveway playing, and he like throws them and then sprays them with the hose, and they grow big and like eat her. And he's like, yeah. And then 6 to 8 weeks later, you see the same scenario play out, but he like throws them down. He hits them with the hose, and they just wash down the driveway and into the drain.
Mm.
It's like the best. It sums up all of those mail away.
Well, the one I liked was on South Park when Cartman sent off for the sea people, and he was going to be able to control the sea people. He's going to have his own little world inside of a bowl with these sea people inside of it.
Was that like
of
the
course,
flea
that was
circus?
sea monkeys, of course, and what he got was a bunch of brine shrimp instead. Wah wah wah.
Indeed.
That's it. I mean, what can you do? What can
So
you do?
did anybody else besides me fall for the comic book ads and send off for that stupid crap, Johnson Smith and all that junk?
Well, I'll tell you what. I probably would have fell for a lot more. I think a friend of mine did the thing where you were supposed to sell newspaper or magazine subscriptions on
Grit.
the bike. Or something. Yeah. I had a friend do that, and he went door to door and got his mom, his aunts, and grandparents to sign up, but no one else, because you show up at some people's door and you're like, "Would you like to buy a magazine?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Well, I did the go with Captain O Olympic sales.
How much did you make?
I got enough to get the little monkey puppet. You his arms around your head, and you put your hand up his ass, and you can puppet.
Nice.
But you can only hit up the neighborhood old ladies so many times.
Right.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember them doing a school assembly where the school actually promoted one of these pyramid schemes where they came in and told the kids, "Hey, kids, if you do this thing and you go out to your neighborhood and sell this garbage, then you get cool, swell prizes at the end of this." I think it was like a couple month thing.
How did that work? Did they pay the school board off or something? What was it?
I have
the
no
school
idea.
was getting a kickback. Come on, man. It was all about fundraising for the school.
Exactly. It was some sort of a fundraiser. It was either the band boosters or one of the other booster clubs that were promoting it.
Oh, when my kids were young, it seemed like every week there was something coming home where we had to buy or do or something. It was it never ended.
There's no way you have to run abruptly. I try not to run it if I can help it, but yeah.
Must have a wily pig going rogue.
Going nuts.
I got to run out there and get that pig corralled back up. Bubba Hicks got to hit that hay.
Ah, Bubba Hicks.
Yeah, good night,
Have
Bubba.
Good night.
Hicks. Have you on?
Yep.
Yeah.
See you.
You're the man. Love that Bubba Hicks.
He does have a good sense of humor.
Oh yeah,
he has to put up with us.
Absolutely.
And Johnny Sorensen, man, he's been posting tons of stuff over on. Did you see those AI generated?
I did. Some of those stories were decent stories. The one where Jason Voorhees and Mike and Michael Myers both and all of them went to Hawaii. That one was great.
They're so funny.
They all got washed out to sea.
I was going to say that would be the Lost Brady Bunch special.
Orlando, how are you, sir?
Orlando Flores. Good to see you coming in at the last 10 minutes of stream tonight.
Better late than never. Of course,
Margo, you were asking me earlier if anybody else was streaming tonight besides me. I have no clue. We had the usual suspects in the chat, so
yeah. I know there's some events. There's some stuff going on for Saturday, and of course for Super Bowl Sunday, there's some stuff going on. But I don't know if anything going tonight. I'm kind of out of the loop.
Sir Clifton says the favorite part of school for me back in the day was lunch, and the many different metal carton themed lunch boxes, along with my only live action looking one of the Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox.
Yeah,
I had a $6 Million Man lunchbox.
Nice.
I had one of those at one time. Who else did I had? The superpowers. Well, not it wasn't superpowers. It was the DC heroes back in the day before superpowers. But
Rolando
Man, I have the
Flores said he
worst.
went to Target and Walmart and just got home. Well, tell us all about it. What you find at Target and Walmart? Anything worth the
Yeah,
money?
you got to check his Instagram, man. He's always posting all that
oh
good
yeah,
stuff. You get some good stuff. I got
yeah.
a Smurfs lunchbox one year for
I'm
back to school
sorry.
because that's all they had left. And then
Mhm.
my mom was like, "Oh, here, take a marker, write your name on it." And I was like, "I don't need that. No one's gonna have this. It's the worst lunchbox ever." I get
Hey,
to school.
Will, did you take your lunch to school in Smurf's lunchbox?
I did take my yeah, yeah.
Did you get
Listen,
beaten up?
no one beat me up, man. You see, that's what everyone. I had the most embarrassing crap. I was the fourth youngest of six kids, so I
Oh,
had to go to school wearing goofy sneakers, Kmart shoes, the crappiest lunchbox. Like I said, this thing was the worst. But you know what? I made it work. You know what? So yeah, I get there though, and I'm like, I didn't want to put my name on the lunchbox. I show up, everyone's got the same damn Smurf lunchbox, man. They apparently were really popular that year, but yeah, I lost mine in like 2 days because I didn't have my name on it. But oh well, like
I
everyone had
saw
it.
I saw the snake eyes with the timber in my Walmart recently,
Nice.
and I'm kind of sad I didn't pick it up because somebody pointed out to me that my Phantom figure needs to have the Phantom's wolf.
devil.
Yeah, devil, and that timber would make a perfect devil, I think, for either one of them because he was a big old wolf.
Yeah, I've got the gray one. I that was the best part of the set was the wolf. To me, I mean, I like the animals from Classified are great. They do really good with those. The wolf
Goji
and
trying to
the
had a Roadrunner and Coyote metal lunchbox. He ran down the halls yelling, "Meep meep!"
I
Awesome.
could totally see him doing that too.
I could too. Yeah.
But yeah, I'm kind of partial to wolves and dogs. And it's hard to
Yep.
find them in toy form very often. So when you
Question.
do, they're nice.
Question is the Snake Eyes figure that comes with timber, is the timber articulated or is it a statue?
No, it's articulated. It's very well
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
articulated.
Oh, damn
Yeah,
it!
really,
Now,
really
now I've got to go back to Walmart and check it out and spend some
Yeah.
more money that I don't have just to get a one wolf
good.
pitch the Snake Eyes figure.
Pretty much. I mean, it's not a bad Snake Eyes figure, but they put out what?
Articulated and amazing, says Epic Badger. Okay.
Yeah, I wonder
Yes.
what the stats are. Is Snake Eyes the most produced GI Joe figure? It has to be, right?
Yeah, he's
Seems
Like,
kind of like
like it.
he's kind of like Ray Mysterio of GI
does he
Joe.
have the most versions? Because I know there's other ones up there in the double digits, but I don't know, how many versions there have been. There might be
All right,
50 or
all right.
more.
So here's the question, guys. In the last 5 minutes of the show, which is the best Snake Eyes? Commando Snake Eyes or Ninja Snake Eyes?
Commando.
I like
All
the
right.
Commando Snake Eyes.
Okay,
Um,
we all three agree. What about you, Chad?
but that's my age. I did like that sword that came with Ninja Snake Eyes, though. We had that little claw on the bottom, and it was such a good sword.
Yeah,
You
Epic
don't bring a
agrees.
sword to
Commando
a
Snake Eyes.
gunfight, though.
I
So,
know, but
so
I still liked it when I was a
the,
kid.
the, the thing I think I saw this in another live chat here recently, maybe last night. Somebody said in the chat there that they like Snake Eyes better as a commando who has ninja training rather than a ninja who has become a commando.
That's fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, in the comic origin story, he was a commando first. He was
Right.
long range recon or whatever, right? He was a LARP.
Yep.
And then after the war, when he had nothing left, he went to and
Classified
became a.
Snake Eyes timber would be too large for power source. Yes, it probably would be, but guess
Yeah.
what? I got the NECA one back here that would probably be perfect for.
Hmm. There you
Now
go.
the actual timber that came with the original Snake Eyes guys 3 3/4 inch figure.
Yeah, you could probably find one of those, but they were just statues. They didn't have any
Well with
articulation
the
to
Power
them.
Stars, I would think. Yeah, as I was saying,
But I think we can all agree that it's best to go commando.
yeah, absolutely. I don't always wear underwear, but when I do, it's something crazy.
Indeed.
But yeah, I've got an original Snake Eyes with the timber. So if I can find that timber, I've got the perfect timber for my Power Stars Phantom.
Oh, I meant to bring some up to the chat. It may be irrelevant, but I'll bring it up anyway because that's how I roll. I've been getting a lot of Facebook friend requests lately, and for one, I don't use Facebook very often. Pretty much, I just go there to check on what's going on with Valiverse. But if you're somebody I know from the chat and you don't send me a message and tell me what your screen name is, I'm not going to add you as a friend because I don't know who's asking for a friend request. So keep that in mind. If it's somebody here who's asked me lately and I didn't recognize the name, that's why I haven't responded.
Jim, someone sent me a friend request today, and yeah, sometimes I think it might be someone I know, using a real name, and it just seemed like a really normal name. I forget what it was. It was just like, woman's name or something, and I clicked it, and they sent me a message, and the nerve on this woman. It was her bare buttocks in the picture. She said she was interested in me and I should get to know her better. Can you believe the profanity? I mean, yeah, it was just nasty, just a big
you are a fine hunka man, so I could see those internet ladies are coming for you. And all you have to do is pay them $9.99 a month, and they'll keep sending you those pictures.
It's so reasonable and so realistic.
Rolando, could you give us some more information on this, sir? There's a GoFundMe for Duffman's dioramas. He needs our help. Tell us why, please.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with what's going on there.
Wilhelm Twine, she saw your printers.
That's it.
Let me see. Let me click the link.
Check it out for me there, Will.
I'm going to click the link here. Duffman needs your help. So, yep, it says, hello, everyone. For those who don't know, who haven't been present in this small little YouTube community, we have established one person. Okay, our good friend Duffman Dioramas is consistently supporting others, and whether it be through viewing, commenting, sharing, supporting. Our brother from another mother has fallen on hard times and is in desperate need of finding a new home. He's facing, I guess, homelessness. With that in mind, they have a GoFundMe. They're trying to raise $2,000 to help get him back into a home and get on his feet. They've got $180 at the $2,000 goal so far, and homelessness is terrible. Yeah. So yeah, I'd be happy to give a little on that. So after the stream, I'll definitely pop in and.
Yeah. So folks, the link is there in the chat. If you have a little extra, maybe consider checking that out. And on that
Don't
note,
fall for it. She just wants you to print stuff for her. Go what you try.
Exactly.
And then Sir Clifton, she wanted a toy, not an action figure.
Ooh.
All right.
Oh boy.
It's been a fun night, guys. It's been a fun night. We'll see you all tomorrow night at 10 Central.
Port Duffman.
Yeah, Port Duffman dioramas. We'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 p.m. Central Time for Late Night with Bill and Largo. You guys have a good one, and we'll see y'all next time. Good journey.
Special thanks to these supporters on Patreon. Without your help, these adventures would not be possible. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed today's adventure, please hit like and subscribe and share the video.